Hey everybody, this is Shattered Sun coming at you with another deck. Today we're going to talk about ramping a little bit. Um, Ramping is out-resourcing your opponent. So this deck is all about getting as much resources like shards that I can get as fast as possible. I'm using blue and green to do my ramping. One of the key elements there is going to be that Howling Brave. I'm going to go ahead and keep this hand. I like it. I don't know exactly what my opponent's playing yet, but we'll see. Looks like there's a red shard. He gets to go first. Okay, so my first play is going to be simple. I'm going to play this Wild Shard and this Howling Brave to get out as many resources as I possibly can. Okay, so, oh, I drew into another Howling Brave. So I already know what my second, third, and fourth turn probably is going to be right now, and how many resources I'm going to have at that point. So right now I'm sitting on 2. So I've got a threshold of 2 green, and I'm sitting on 1 plus the 1 from the Howling Brave. So I'm already on par with my opponent, and actually a little bit ahead of him on my turn. So he's going to play a Sapphire Shard, be done. Back to my turn. Let's see what I draw into. Wow, more resources, that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and play a Sapphire since I've got enough. Another Howling Brave. And I've already got a lot more resources than my opponent here. Let's go ahead and ping him for 1 with this Howling Brave, because why not? Okay, and in my phase, in the turn, and let's see what the opponent brings out. So far he's got a total of 3. He's got plenty of resources. But I'm sitting on 2 plus 2, that's 4. 5, 6 with my next Hex Shard, 7 with my Wild Shard that's about to come out. Or actually, we'll see what I play in a second here. He's got that Cutthroat. Normally I'd be worried about it, but with this amount of ramping, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do this Shard of Instinct. I really don't need the mana right now, or shards. So here we go. Put that down. We'll tap that Howling Brave. We'll tap that other Howling Brave. Now I've got enough to play this Hex Engine. Now I'm really sitting in a lot of resource here. His Cutthroat's already unblockable, so I'm not really worried about it too much. I know it's coming. One of the reasons why I take this character is because I know the pain is coming while I'm ramping. And this character allows me, or this champion rather, allows me to gain health. And I know I'm about to gain the health for the health I'm about to lose. So, kind of a stall to help me ramp up a little bit, but once I'm ramped up, I just overwhelm my opponent with really large and nasty creatures, and that's how I win. So, a little bit of banter here between me and my opponent. He doesn't know what's coming exactly yet. Of course I know what's coming. And he's going to hit me for a fair amount of damage, but again, I'm not too worried about it with my champion's ability. So, one of the key components here is that that eye card I've got is amazing in this deck, because I've got nothing but big, bad, nasty creatures and ramping ability in here. So I'm either going to get more ramping ability, or I'm going to get big, nasty, bad creatures, and both are bad for him. So let's go ahead and gain 5 health, gain that back. Like I said, I wasn't really too worried about it. Now I'm sitting on 6, 7, 8. That's enough for me to pop that eye. 8's quite a bit. I'll hopefully get into a good draw here. So let's go to 5 here. And he's already tapped out, so I know he's not going to counter me. And let's see what I get. Alright, we've got a Puck. He helps me bring out bigger, badder, nastier creatures. My Azure Fates. These particular variety have Spell Shield, and if you damage your opponent, draw a card. So, really, I'm using those to help me get the lock. I'm locking those down with the Eternal Guardians. This Eternal Guardian's a little exposed at the moment because he wasn't cast, per se, so he actually doesn't get the benefit of the Azure Fate Sorcerers right now. But it's going to be enough to stop his Cutthroat unless he comes up with an answer, and he doesn't have very much time to do that. Because I'm sitting on a lot of resources right now. He could burn into me a little bit, but that's about it. I don't think he's got any answers in his hand. We'll see. So back to me and see how much damage I can do. Okay, more resource. That's fine. So I'm sitting on a ton of resource. In fact, I should be able to hard cast this Hulk. Yeah, that Hulk's going to get the Azure Fate's benefits of Spell Shield. He already has Crush on him, and whenever he does damage to an opponent, he's going to let me draw a card. And he's a 10-10, so hard casting him here is the right thing to do. Hopefully I can get this opponent to stay in. Usually at this point, I'll drop a big bomb like this. My opponent will just give up, even with 19 life. With a ramping deck like this, this may be a unique deck. I don't know if anyone else has kind of keyed into this genre or got this perfect mix. I think I've got a good mix. I would say I win about 90% of my games unless I get a really, really terrible draw and mulligan and get another terrible draw. Then it's kind of free Bumblebee, but you know, barring the fates getting me, I usually win quite a bit just by out-resourcing my opponent. But he's going to hang in there, so that's good. He's going to do a little bit of drawing. Maybe he can find an answer. I know he sure hopes he can. I don't have 100% lock on him right now. Right now my Eternal Guardian's kind of doing all the work for me, so if I didn't have him out, I probably would be losing. So I'm actually getting pretty good use out of the Eternal Guardian. And I've got several of them in this deck, and I might have 4, I think. So I know it seems like a little excess, but people can focus down Guardians, and Guardians will protect Guardians. And once a Guardian protects a Guardian, it's over. If Azure Fate seals that up, then it's even better for me. So I'm not going to eye right now because I've got this Fist, and he's staring down the barrel of 16 points of damage next turn. I'll see what I draw into. I might eye up the next round and just see what I can get. I mean, even with it only being 20 to 19, he doesn't have a lot of leeway right now with what I've got out there. So he'll go ahead and do a little chump block in here. Kind of minimize some of that damage. Okay, alright, with nothing but resources coming up, I'm going to lay these resources down. I'm going to play that eye next round, and that most assuredly will be game, unless I draw nothing but, like, something horrible. So, a little more ramping. I've got just a ton of resources at this point. Maybe if he early on got into my my warrior braves, maybe, you know, he would have more of a chance, or if somehow he'd gotten rid of that hex engine. But early game, he probably didn't know what was going on. He probably thought he had a lock with all those unblockables, but that Eternal Guardian just shut him down. And it shuts a lot of decks down, to be honest with you. Azure Fate, Eternal Guardian, or Eternal Guardian, it kills decks. It really does. Okay, yep, there's really nothing he's going to be able to do in a second here. I mean, he's down 11-20. He doesn't know I'm sitting here with his eye. he's got no way to... he might draw into an answer. I mean, he's probably going to hope for... Alright, he's showing me this, this card here. He could have got me with that card. So with that card combination, without Eternal Guardian, he definitely would have had me by now. So really, I'm crediting this win to ramping with Eye of Creation and Eternal Guardian. That's what did it for me. He wasn't able to get into an answer. I accelerated way past what he was able to deal with, and that's what wins me the games. So right here, nothing. He would have done so much damage to me. I just would have been tore up. But with the Eternal Guardian out there, it wasn't happening. So I just want to see what I'm going to get on the next hand. See if he'll play along. He knows he's toast. I know he's toast. I mean, I don't need to add insult to injury. I'm just curious on what's going to come up. With all this mana that I've got there and these big eyes, I just kind of want to see what's going to come out. So let's just go ahead and tap up everything I've got, see how much I can produce. So, wow, it's going to be a big eye. That's going to be for 9 cards. And there's some really gnarly creatures in here, so... Another Eternal Guardian, that's the lock. A Puck. A Howling Brave. And I'll go ahead and gain 5 because... I don't know why, because that's what my champion does. So, that second Guardian came out with Spell Shield. The Guardians protect each other. There's almost no way out of this. I'm not going to say there isn't a way out. There actually are a handful of ways. I can count them on one hand on how I can get out of this. Not with the cards or colors he has, though. So there it is. Hey, thanks for coming. Hey, if you like this video, hit like. I'll try and put some more out there, some new innovative decks, and thanks for watching. Hope you have a good day.